Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Wasteland 3. We're kind of in the end game. We managed to not get in a fight with the marshals here, although I don't like them very much, but I'd rather not kill them at the expense of having a bunch of refugees get killed as well. So we're gonna let them live, and presumably once we take power, we would have the power to strip the marshals of some of their power that they abuse, let's say.
Tricks, assholes. If we step out, you'll kill us.
Step aside.
Oh, damn.
We'll handle these lookers.
Dude. What a dick. Oh, I can't wait to kill him. Let's murder this asshole. Okay, so this is starting to make a little bit more sense now, the way that they're kind of like bringing us to the museum first. So we'll be able to get our thing here, and then we'll probably be able to go right outside the doors and
Sounds like there's
kill
trouble
them.
in the old museum. Please walk to the exits.
Okay, so there's the computer.
Walk to the exit, folks.
Impossible. Okay. Computer screen flashes a red warning. Emergency lockdown, blast doors locked, and elevator functions disabled. To cancel lockdown, please enter admin ID and press cancel. Okay. Find a way around the password and cancel the alarm. The lights and alarms stop and the warning on the computer screen stops flashing. In its place is a message. Lockdown canceled. Blast doors unlocked and elevator function restored. Queued commands will now execute. Thank you, Administrator. Hell yes! Okay. So now what? Do we have to go back to get our stuff, or what? Find the tunnel access point downtown. We did. We literally just did that. Is there something more I needed to do here? Uh-oh. Don't you bug right at the end here, buddy. This was the access point, right? I might have to look this up, because that may have just bugged, and that's not cool with me. Give me a second. Okay, I think we might be okay. I think we just go out the door. From everything I've read, I haven't seen. I tried to see if there was a bug related to this, and I think we're just fine. The door's unlocked. You can hear the Patriarch's troops beyond it. Open it, and you will be face to face with him. Hold on. I'm gonna do a hard save here. Oh my god. Okay. That way, if our... I mean, I'm presuming our vehicle's supposed to show up. You know what? Let's just fucking go back and see if we can interact with the thing at our base. This was like super unclear. They could have done this a little bit cleaner. Whoops. Is it gonna let us go back? No, it's not. I don't think it is. Okay, I guess we just have to assume we're okay. Yeah, they could have done this a lot cleaner. But that's alright. Let's open the door, and I'm presuming that we will actually have our vehicle to help us out here in this fight. Which is good, because Morningstar's a bad
Trouble's over, folks. Have a great day.
Let's make sure everybody's here. Open the door. Yes.
There you are, you grievers. What have you done? We had a deal.
We didn't know what kind of man you were when we made that deal, Buchanan. Now we do.
What kind of man I am? I'm a man who gets things done. I'm a problem solver. A nation builder. Not a nation wrecker like you. For 50 years, I've been the one man keeping civilization alive in the West. No one else has achieved that. Not even your vaunted desert rangers. And now, you want to destroy it all? All that's left of old America? For what?
Yeah, you don't get to call that. When people wanted a democracy, you didn't allow it. You're a dictator. Like, that's just like... Honestly, he's not necessarily wrong, is the thing. He did keep things together, and he didn't do it in all the best ways, that's for sure. And he is not wrong that what we are doing incited a lot of issues in and of itself, right? So, like, he's not necessarily wrong. But, like, my justification is the fact that he is a dictator, and he refused the people a democracy when they wanted it. So I guess this would be the closest to that. The only thing we're here to destroy is your way of doing things. Coloradans need a say in the running of Colorado.
You goddamn children. How naive can you be? Colorado needs a firm hand. Democracy won't work here, Rangers. Not yet. We're surrounded by madmen and savages. I almost want to step aside and watch you try democracy here. The first war band that comes out of Kansas, boom! Elections canceled, martial law is instituted, and you're the next patriarch for life. But no, I don't toy with my society, or with the lives of my people. I protect them from lunatics like you. That's why you have to die, Rangers. That's why this has to end here.
Okay.
Marshals! Attack!
Like I said, he's not even necessarily wrong. He's not, so. Alright, now we could try and stun a bunch of them. Now, do we have anybody behind us? No. So there aren't that many enemies. Can we hit... Okay. You're a priority. You see them or... Okay, so we will have to move. Crit. Alright, well, you know, close. Can you destroy cover? I don't think with this one you can. What have you got? Leave nothing behind. Fires twice as many times, but a 35% hit chance. Now... Can I suppress the... this? I don't know, honestly. Yeah, kill your own. Ha! Ooh, barely out of range, huh? I don't know if that works on... No, I don't think that really would do much to that. We can try, we have the AP, why not, right? But no, we don't have the range though. Let's hold off. definitely gonna finish this, right? So with that being said, and come on, you gonna resolve yourself, or are we bugged? Uh-oh. Cool. Anything I can do about this? Like, do you think you're not done yet? What's going on here? Really? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna resolve itself. God damn it, I didn't want a quick load, I wanted to load. Don't actually know if it makes a difference, but that is our latest save. And we'll try this again.
What have you done? We had a deal. What kind of man for 50 years? You, but no. Marshall! Attack!
Let's do this shit! It's so messed up. nobody died there. How did we manage that?
You're a lifesaver.
401 to 552. Oh, this one does in fact do more damage. Let's see. That one's gonna be better against vehicles, right? Yeah. Go ahead and do that. We're gonna have to reload. That's actually very good. A lot less damage. I think that we are still better off using our regular snipers. Reduces their damage. Immobilize. Let's reduce his damage.
Somebody bottle
Killed him anyway.
Gotta hand it to you. You're a bunch of tough sons of bitches. Too bad you're not smart enough to see that you're dooming Colorado. Who's gonna hold things together when I'm gone? You? Your red-headed friend? Huh. Not one of you is hard enough to do what needs to be done.
A hard leader thinks hard is the only way to do things. A smart leader finds other ways.
You were smart instead of just a smartass. You haven't saved my people. You've killed them.
It's a new world, Patriarch. It's time to try new things.
Ha! If you think your new world is gonna be any different than my old one, or the one before the war, you're dreaming. The world will always be bloody. It will always be unfair, and it will always need a hard hand at the top to keep it from being worse. Anyway, good goddamn luck. Whatever you do, you'll need it. Now what are you gonna do with me?
Interesting. We'll arrest him. He'll be tried for his crimes.
A show trial. First step on the road to tyranny. Alright then, I'm ready. Always did love a circus.
Well, that's that. So what's the plan now, cowboys? You gonna stay here and help me keep this place peaceful?
We killed General Woodson's brother. Colorado's our home. We'll send supplies back to Arizona, but we're staying here.
Well, all right. It'll be great having your help. But fair warning, if you don't escort those supplies back to Arizona personally, there's no telling how much will actually make it there. If all they get is a half or a quarter of what they were promised, you might be dooming the old place to a slow death instead of a quick one. Is that something you can live with?
Interesting. So, we could come back to a Colorado that Angela Death has under her thumb if she really wanted to. Yeah, we're gonna stay here.
Alrighty then. Glad to hear it. Gonna be a wild ride trying to tame this place, but at least it'll be interesting, yeah?
You head to the palace radio room to place a call to General Woodson and let him know your plans.
They don't know in Arizona
Okay, it's a
what
song.
we did in Colorado on the trail. If we saved them or betrayed them, if we did the job we went for or we failed. Hard times in Arizona with the rangers and the settlers giving ground to the raiders and militia, and it seemed we'd lose the good life that we found. Then Buchanan made his offer, find my kids and I will help you save your land. So we rode for Colorado, praying that he'd be an honest man. In Denver we found valor, a son who didn't live up to his name. He turned against his father, siding with the old man's rivals seeking fame. Though these rivals tried to stop us, we captured valor like we said we would, and brought him home to Daddy, who made it pretty clear just where he stood. Then we made our way to Aspen to find Buchanan's misbegotten son. The sicko named Victory, who pulled the legs off humans just for fun. Though we promised not to kill him, after seeing what he'd done, he had to die.
Yes.
Which brought trouble from Buchanan. We didn't notice any others cry. On the track halfway to Kansas, we found Buchanan's daughter make her land. To conquer Colorado with the help of desperados, gangs, and clans. Daddy wanted her alive. We couldn't kill the hive and not the queen.
I mean, technically, even us. I would consider us wrong.
So she died like a hero on a Sunday silver screen. It became clear that Buchanan was no better than his kid. If we let him stay in power, Colorado would be heading for the skid. Defying orders from back home, tried him for his crimes and took his throne.
Alright, let's see if it tells us how things
Then we
played out.
stayed to keep the peace. What little we could spare, we sent back home. We did in Colorado on the trail. If we saved him or betrayed him, if we did the job we went for or we failed. But when the winter turns to spring, the news newcomers bring, they'll know that the Rangers kept their promise, and the aid from Colorado's gonna flow.
This song is awesome. This is great. Under your supervision, the citizens of Colorado Springs organized a trial for the Patriarch. Following the traditions of old America, you chose the jury at random from among the population. On the day of the trial, the whole city came to the palace to watch. You selected a member of your team to preside as judge, sitting atop the Patriarch's throne. To everyone's surprise, the jury convicted the Patriarch of crimes against his people, but they sentenced him to prison, not death, granting mercy in light of his genuine devotion to the city. I'm okay with that. I'm down. To most, it felt like good old American justice, a clear contrast to the brutal retribution of the Wasteland. You took custody of the Patriarch and confined him in Peterson Air Base, the very stronghold he gave to you not so long ago. That's where he remained for the rest of his life. With the Patriarch gone, you decided to stay in Colorado and keep the peace. Not to rule, but to protect the people, just as the Rangers had always done in Arizona. Fantastic, exactly what we want. Angela Death proved an able mentor for your team. She refused to take charge herself, but her decades of experience helped you navigate some tricky situations. She did not betray us. Yes, we backed the right horse, baby. Vindication. Wastelander refugees loved. In Colorado Springs, the refugee population rose to dominate the city, and that caused plenty of trouble with the 100 families. You struggled to keep the conflict from turning into war. When Mama Cotter was killed in a dust-up with some 100 families' youths, her son Tommy took her place as refugee leader. He respected you and tried to avoid violence, but the families grew more and more resistant, insisting that the Rangers and refugees were plotting against them. Uh-oh. At last, most of the families slipped out of town, going back to their survivalist roots and waging a guerrilla campaign against you. It'll be a hard fight to bring them to heel. While the Rangers were occupied in Colorado Springs, the rest of the Patriarch's nation collapsed. His alliance of cities and cults scattered to the winds. If they can't be brought back together, they'll be easy prey for the savage gangs of the plains, or predators closer to home. You were able to send some weapons and supplies to General Woodson in Arizona, but it wasn't enough. The Rangers had 2 bases of power, and both were spread too thin. Uh-oh. This is where the darker side of our choices come in, huh? The years ahead would be just as hard as ever, but the Rangers never had it easy. But we kept them going, you know? In Denver, oil drilling came to an end. Because you destroyed the Gippers, the cities and towns of Colorado were left without a reliable source of fuel. Your actions in the machine commune convinced the robots to take a chance on humanity by welcoming human settlers into the airport. So I guess we're supposed to believe that the Gippers were the only one who knew how to do the oil trade, and that's why we can't get more people in there to do it? Is that knowledge is just lost? I don't know, I refuse to believe that we couldn't figure it out. Denver is now oh, damn, this continues on its own? The Reagan AI remained in the MI tower, sad and alone, forever calling for his beloved Nancy's to take him home. Why was he sad and alone? He literally had millions of AIs in there. Led by the gift, the breathers withdrew into the Rocky Mountains. They kept their distance from the people of Colorado, moving higher and higher into the mountains as generations passed. In time, the breathers became a legend to the people of Colorado. Some said they were evolving into a new form of humanity. Others didn't believe that they ever existed at all. Under the Rangers, Aspen became a fortress at the edge of Colorado territory, guarding the mountain passages against incursions from the west. Soldiers posted in the old resort town claimed to hear the laughter of Vic Buchanan at night, and the screams of his victims echoing across the mountains. Yeah. If there was a chance of a haunting, that would be the place, wouldn't it? After their humiliating defeat at the hands of the Rangers, the gangs of the Savage Council fled back to the plains. Within a year, most of the survivors were dead or enslaved by rivals. But the Savage Plains got their name with good reason. Everyone knew that other gangs would rise, and eventually they'd cast their eyes on Colorado again. Flab and his monster army maintained control of the bizarre, an unexpected island of stability in a region remade by you and your team. They're weird, but they're A-okay. Flab took great satisfaction in the knowledge that he had outlasted the Patriarch. Once again, he had weathered a terrible storm, when even the most powerful man in Colorado had left. Freed from the brig by Team November after the coup of the Patriarch was complete, Quan left Colorado Springs in disgust. Eventually, he became a security consultant for the Iron Thunder Arapaho, and never had anything to do with the Rangers again. You know what? Fair enough, Quan. I was happy to have you on the team, my friend. But you gotta do you. With things with the Patriarch finally settled, Lucia decided to remain a ranger, continuing to patrol and keep the peace, and to serve as their liaison to the 100 families. Funny how I thought that she was going to be the one that was going to end up on the other side of things, and it turned out to be Quan. I seriously thought Quan was going to be on our side in the end. After years of loyal service, the Rangers retired Morningstar and allowed him to drive his Kodiak shell on his long-dreamed journey to rediscover America. No one knows where he went or how far he got, but there probably aren't any communists there anymore. Nice, Morningstar. Morningstar's the best. Love you, dude. After staying to witness firsthand the fall of the Patriarch, Ironclad Cordite did as he had promised to do, and took the gangs east, where he at last began his bloody campaign to rule all of Kansas. I'm not sure if I like you there, Cordite. Returning back home to Arizona, Pizzepi helped the Rangers distribute the meager supplies from Colorado, and continued to rise in the ranks of the organization in the hard years that followed. Nobody cried when Fish Lips died. Some of his old crew, however, dug him up and ate his liver for old time's sake. Yeah, we weren't letting you join us, buddy. No way in hell, Fish Lips. After things resolved, the Rangers noticed Scotchmo was no longer with them. He clearly doesn't know where he's going. They searched every bar in Colorado Springs but never found him. Some say he's been seen drinking in saloons in Kansas and points east, but these rumors are unconfirmed. Is the next game going to happen in Kansas? It is, isn't it? And Scotchmo's going to be there again, isn't he? I wonder. You have to wonder. With that, the story of Team November comes to an end. For good or ill, you change Colorado forever, and its people will live with the consequences. But the story of the Rangers goes on. Hell yes, dude. That was awesome. I mean, yes, the game had bugs, and it had lots of them, but I'll tell you what, I enjoyed the hell out of it. What a game. What a game. Like I said, man, I don't think anybody was necessarily right, even us. Like, everything comes with pluses and minuses, and everybody was kind of a bastard at the same time as, you know, having their own version of their right. So, yeah. I don't know, man. Cool story, though, and I do love games that aren't necessarily all about being right or wrong, but more about those shades of gray, making you do tough choices. This game had a lot of really good tough choices, so. And listen to this music, man. So good. So good. Oh, let me know what you guys all thought. In the end, there weren't that many people who watched through this playthrough, you know, during the time that I was actually releasing it. There's like maybe 10 of you that have been like regularly watching it. So, you know, anywhere between like 10 and 20 people probably watching it regularly. In the future, there may be a ton of people that find this playthrough, but thank you all for being here. And special thank you to the people who ended up in my party. We had we had Kai Rayberg and Darren York, who were Patreons for me, so they got added into the party. And yeah, I very much appreciate the support. So thank you both. I was happy to have you in the party, and you both were powerhouses in your own rights. So yeah, thank you for that. So let me know in the comments what you think about this game. Let me know if you have any other ideas about games that you would like me to play in the future, and maybe they'll get added to the list. I'm always looking for new things to play. I have lots of things to play right now, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not I'm not lacking material, really. We're going to be having some Cyberpunk 2077 coming down the line. We're going to have some Zelda Breath of the Wild Age of Calamity game coming up. That one's going to be really fun to play as well. Sometime in the future, I'm going to have to get to Persona 3. That's definitely on the list. So, I mean, there's plenty of games to play. I'm not worried about that. So, let me know if there's any other things that you would like me to add to the list of things to play down the line. We're getting really close to finishing our Golden Deer maddening run in Fire Emblem Three Houses. So once that's done, we'll have completed every single route in Three Houses. And man, that game is amazing. After that one's done, most likely we will start another Fire Emblem game, probably Awakening. But yeah, so I mean, go and check out these other playthroughs. Really, do. So, just to end things off, I'm just going to say, this game was so much fun. I really have not played that many CRPGs in my time, so this was a treat. This was an absolute treat. So, yeah. We are going to be playing some more Baldur's Gate 3 soon, and the early access, can't wait for that full game to come out. And somewhere along the line, I might have to play Divinity Original Sin 2 on the channel. I love that game. I've played it and beaten it in the past, but not on the channel. So that's definitely a CRPG that I would love to put on the channel. But yeah, thank you for being here. I'm going to let these credits play out now. So have a good one, everybody. I'll see you in the next playthrough. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please. It really does help. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
I've learned